Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to... Oh, fucking hell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Guilty as Sock gameplay. I'm with, as always, Trilogy and Derren. Say hello, boys.
Hello, hello.
And with that, let the court begin.
How are we doing?
Not too bad, boys.
I saw that.
May we begin?
Yeah, go on then. Silence in court. We will begin the court session in now. Alright, Prosecutor Derren, what charges are you presenting to this, if I could check in, J. Figglehorn?
That would be correct. So Mr. Figglehorn here, he has been driving under the influence. He has hit people with his car. That would be vehicular manslaughter. There are victims. He did kill people with his car. He evaded from the police. He fled the scene. And I believe that would be it.
Okay, Attorney Gloop, what do you have to say about this?
I feel like all of this is false news against my client here. None of this is true. This is all rubbish, and I have the evidence to back my client up today in this court of law. Alright.
I know
really?
that this man is guilty. And I have the evidence that backs up my case.
Continue speaking, Mr. Gloop. Sorry for this.
I have no other words until evidence comes up again.
Please speak now, Prosecutor Derren.
I would like to present a few pieces of evidence against this client here. We have CCTV footage taken from the police. Oh, actually, do not have the CCTV footage, but I do have a confession.
Yes.
So the client here, when taken into police custody, he gave a confession under an oath. He was supposed to tell the complete truth, and his truth was that he did commit this crime.
Is this true, Attorney Gloop?
Absolutely not! In this court of law, my client...
I can't take this guy seriously.
Stop banging on your table!
I've got a hammer to bang and you guys don't.
Oh, fuck off then. I'm sorry. Look.
Have you got anything to say about this case, Prosecutor Derren?
I do. I have a few character witnesses, and I do have a few social media posts.
Okay.
I would like to present these right now. I will present... Okay, just don't let me then.
Shit.
Okay, these social media posts, him in the car speeding at the time of the incident. He does have an Instagram account where he posts his crimes and wrongdoings, and I believe this to be cold, hard truth evidence against him. I mean, it's clearly his face. It's very distinct.
What have you got to say about this, Attorney Gloop, before I bash my hammer?
Well,
Since you're sleeping.
hang on.
Sir, he is sleeping in a court of law.
No.
I do not believe him to be taking this case seriously enough.
Yes, I'm with you here, Prosecutor Derren, but I'd like Attorney Gloop to speak real.
Well, if you'd let me actually speak, maybe I could defend my client here.
Sleeping.
Instead of you siding with the prosecutor, this is unfair treatment, and I'd like to back up my case with some evidence, please. Okay, so I do, in fact, have some CCTV footage, hard, cold, clear footage of the incident that took place, proving my client was not there. So how's that for a spin on the story? CCTV footage has not spotted my client at all.
But it is hard, cold, clear footage of the incident.
Yeah, and my client was not there.
Then who did it? Who was there?
Okay, I've also got some forensic evidence, which is an analysis of the crime scene, which tilts in my favour to the story. Which means my client has got no DNA trace on this scene.
That's interesting. But what you're not understanding is that if it was vehicular manslaughter and CCTV captured that, if there were no DNA on the scene, that would make sense as he was in a vehicle. I have made my choice. What do you think that this man should be charged with, Mr. Prosecutor Derren?
I believe he should be charged with a minimum of 20 years without parole, maximum 50 years with parole. I would like to provide one more piece of evidence, actually, before you do make your final judgment.
Please present your evidence now.
I have an expert testimony on this case, provide his complete professional opinion, and he's had it with me. He saw the camera footage of him speeding, those big white glistening teeth behind the wheel, and he believed that it was actually indeed him. I mean, it's like the facial match, the facial recognition.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that, Mr. Prosecutor Derren. Please keep speaking. I'm
Ow!
so sorry.
The facial recognition software said that it was a complete match, and I just believe this to be complete truth, a complete evidence against the client here. I actually do have some extra evidence if you would like it.
Please present.
I have the suspect underwear after he was chased and stripped in the prison ward. There are like some crazy stains, you know. So I do believe when he was, driving, he had to be driving at a speed that was frightening him. To leave these stains, I believe he did leave some fecal matter after, In fact, I do have some phone records that these are call logs at the exact date and time when he was, speeding, and these would contain evidence supporting my case. He was actually admitting to speeding on the highway. He was swerving quite dangerously as well. In the call logs, you can hear his tires screeching.
That is rather interesting, Prosecutor Derren. Attorney Gloop, I will give you one more chance to present some evidence to back your case.
Seeing as though we're living in a world of AI, as Prosecutor Derren said, facial recognition, that is artificial intelligence, of course, and we shouldn't be taking this on a whole court manner. This is what we are here for. So, I've got some official audio recordings provided by Mr. Figglehorn's service provider, which I'd like to present, which proves this case to be debunked. You heard? Debunked!
Please present the evidence on J. Figglehorn.
Right. Audio recordings, conversations taking place before the event, showing the full truth, which means my guy, right here, my client, was not there. He was in fact playing at home on his Xbox.
Objection! Evidence here says taking place before the case.
Yes, before the case. At
Can we please know
home.
what these conversations were about before the case?
He was chatting.
I would like to say a few words, but I want you to continue the app. If this was before the case, that means this DNA was found, obviously before the case happened. I have made my testimony, and I find the defendant
You're going
guilty.
down, scumbag!
Oh.
Yes! We brung justice.
J. Figglehorn. Why are you still smiling, dude?
Round 2.
Watch me, nay. Now watch me whip. This goes quite rapidly.
Not again.
Oh no. Your Honor, am I excused to take a hit real quick?
A what?
A hit. A dab.
What do you mean by this?
It doesn't matter. Let's continue with this court case. You're going down.
Today we are in hearing of the client Jeffrey Epstein. The prosecutor we will have today will be Prosecutor Gloop, and our attorney here will be Sir Trilogy. Can we have Prosecutor Gloop present this case for us.
Right, here we are today with Mr. J. Epstein on the fire today. As you know, this man has had some serious allegations about what he's been doing. Not just from us, obviously, but beforehand. From social media and social outcry. This man right here, Jeffrey Epstein, I believe his allegations are to be true after an extensive research with my team. This man should be taken to the slammer.
And attorney Trilogy, can we please have your side of the story?
Don't worry, we'll slam his fucking head in. My side of the story is that as this man is being charged for his gross private island allegations, his private island isn't his at all. His private island is owned by another person named Jeffrey Epstein, which is he is a Spanish mafia boss who owns this island for his private mafia stuff. I don't know what this may entail, but my man's innocent, right?
Can we please have prosecutor Gloop present some evidence for the case?
Of course. Now this might be a little bit gross in the court. However, I found something quite disturbing on his island.
Oh,
Oh my.
As you know, this is something which is quite disturbing for a man which is going against these claims. It just shows that he's active in this way.
I see. Can we please have the attorney's side against this, piece of evidence here?
Your Honour, what I would like to something I would like to provide is be some evidence to back this case. My client, Jeffrey Epstein, was at home, all being recorded, as this is not his island at all. This man is being accused of absolutely nothing, and this man is gonna go down. Shit, which one is it?
Okay, that's enough of that. Prosecutor Gloop, can we please, explain the whole home CCTV,
Home CCTV, as you know, is on his island. His island is his home, alongside his other properties, which can also be his home. So, however, there's no specific date on this home recording date, and I've got some evidence as well against the attorney defending his case, alongside his attorney smoking during the case and threatened to slam my head in at the start of the case if you did not forget. But the case...
Sorry, I did not hear this.
This was all said.
He
I
is
will have
talking
to
out of his
roll
arse, Your
back
Honour.
the audio recording of this courtroom. CCTV.
Your Honour, he is talking out of his arse right now. Much
Can we
like this.
please keep the language down?
A friendship bracelet between the attorney and Jeffrey Epstein, making them two friends. And not only that, on the list of names, Attorney Trilogy was on the list on the Jeffrey Epstein's files.
I need to hear from Attorney Trilogy now. Against these claims, now you're both at risk.
Listen, my name may have been on the files, but they're not for what you think. I'm not only a lawyer, I have multiple side hustles. I am part of the CIA, the Criminal Investigation Association, and I was trying to... Stop laughing. I was trying to bust this island's organisations and what they're up to. It turns out, Your Honour, what I know is that this island is merely not a sleep fest with a certain group of people. It is actually a drug scheme by the cartel in Spain. This is a different person with a similar name who's been accused of this wrongdoing, and I'm not going to let it slide.
Turns out that's not only the sliding Eternity Trilogy has been doing on this island. It is all there, all documented, with all the proof. It is not a drug island, and even if it was, Eternity Trilogy has just admitted to illegal activities.
I've heard both sides of the story now, and this story I believe was stronger. I rule today in favor of Prosecutor Gloop.
Yeah, folks! Eat my short, mate.
What on earth are you trying to... Derren! I'm more offended that you said Derren.
Okay. Silence in the court, please. Mr. Derren here today is accused of pushing two men off a peak mountain in an attempt to murder them. So, starting off, Prosecutor Trilogy, how come you believe these claims to be true, please?
Because, Your Honour, I was there.
Ah, I see. Are you able to present any evidence of you being there, please?
Yes, of course, Your Honour. I have some insane evidence to prove that Mr. Derren here pushed my two good friends off a cliff. One of their skeletons, I don't know which ones it is, but it's one of theirs.
I see. And, Attorney Derren, do you have any claims against this?
I actually do. So if you look at my client right here, how is he going to push anybody with no arm?
That is a very strong point.
I actually do have some evidence.
Your Honour, he has the big black arm between his legs. That's what he used.
That would be the penis.
I
I
apologize,
do not
Your Honour.
think he'd appreciate you, looking him up pretty much. I would like to point out the fact that, if he was pushed off a cliff, surely he'd have some injuries. If you look him up and down, there's no bandages, there's no cast. He's actually quite happy. If you look, he's wearing a pharaoh sort of headpiece. He's wearing a quite colourful jacket, actually.
Your Honour, the reason I'm wearing this Pharaoh's hat is because I survived YouTube I survived dinner with no YouTube for one day, so it sent me back to the ancient times. And another point I like to make is that
Objection relevancy.
if I got pushed off a cliff, shut up. The fact of the matter is, I was not pushed off the cliff.
So he is just gone
was
against
just
his
a
own
witness.
claim. There,
I would know.
Yeah.
If you look at the what he's being accused of pushing two men off of Peak Mountain. Two of my friends, as I stated at the beginning of this court case, two of my dear friends, my closest buddies. There's a spider on my desk.
I have a piece of evidence that actually testifies that
Never mind,
everybody
it's a
on the mountain made it off safe. I have a flare that I used, that my friend Gloop used, to send our souls into a better afterlife and himself into a medevac rescue escape helicopter at the peak of the mountain. Trilogy here, he's been lying. Actually, I have a statue that was used to revive us all, so we are all alive. And the flare is just a tool used to escape. So everybody was never harmed in the first place. No crimes were committed.
If what this man is accusing me of lying and saying that they all escaped the Highland because of a statue, that is not true. That is because there is no statue at the end of the mountain. He killed my two best friends.
Objection.
Go ahead.
Up, please.
This is what the entire court's been about. However, I've completely dispelled and disproven these claims over the span of 12 minutes that we've been in this court. He is just bringing it up again and again, trying to gain sympathy, but he's just been lying, unfortunately.
I haven't.
It's honestly disgusting. If you look into my client's eyes right now, he is crying. He is crying. Please look at that. You have completely lied about my client. You have been completely disrespectful, and I think this man should be locked away for at least 2 years for mental attacks against my client here. He has been providing false information, false evidence in a courtroom. He's been lying in the courtroom. It's just despicable.
Okay.
Your Honour.
And with that, I'll be taking no more comments from either of you. So, in that case,
On Skibbity!
and on that case, I'm going to make my final verdict, which is going to be Prosecutor Trilogy loses his job as a prosecutor and in the law,
That's too much.
and whatever his name is, Derren, well, whatever, he gets to go free.
Oh,
He is innocent.
And with that, thank you for watching, and see you goodbye.
no.
Bye bye.